Okay, I want to take just a minute and give you a quick overview of the Community Trees project, which was recently posted to FamilySearch Labs. If you pull up your web browser, you can go to it just by typing in histfam.familysearch.org. That's histfam.familysearch.org, like that. It'll take you to the project, and you'll see on the right-hand side there a couple of search boxes. You can type in a last name, a first name, just do a simple search. For example, if we search for some of my Dodge ancestors, I'm going to go ahead and type in Dodge as surname, just click search, and you'll see a listing of results of all the Dodges. This is searching across all of the community trees that are in here, so you can see on the far right here the names of each of these trees. And so Dodges have been added to many of the different trees, and so you see a bunch of results here. I'm going to go back for a second and also show you a different way to search. You can click the advanced search feature here. That will let you set some more fields. For example, one of the things you may want to do, you may just be interested, not necessarily looking for a specific ancestor, but maybe a particular place, right? So you could look for a birthplace and search for all of the people born in Illinois, for example, and do that search. And that would let you search the data in a bunch of different ways if you want to use the advanced features there. And that'll play back a list of everybody that was born in Illinois, again, searching across all the different projects, so you can see some of the results here. And then a third way to search, if we go back, you may have noticed this other option on the home page here. It has an option to search by surnames. It gives you kind of an index list of surnames you can browse through. Okay, so here you can see if we go down, want to find Dodges again, there's the letter D there. Click on that, and it'll take a minute for that to come back. It'll start populating all the different surnames that begin with D that are in the system. And once those all come out, you can scroll down and try and find the Dodges. Something else you could do, one of my shortcuts, I'll just hit Control F and I'll type in Dodge and I'll search for it on the page, then I won't have to scroll all over. Click on Dodge, it'll pull up all the Dodges that are found here. Now if we start digging around a little bit, I'm going to come down here, I'm going to pull up Bessie Dodge. And on Bessie here, you've got a bunch of different ways to view Bessie. You can see, of course, all of her genealogical information and some of her relationships here by looking at the individual tab, as well as all the sources that were used to bring this information together. You can click on the Ancestors tab and see a pedigree starting from her, and in this one I think you just have Bessie and her father, Frank, and her mother, Mary. You can also click on the Descendants tab and see the descendants. In this case, Bessie doesn't have descendants showing up there. You can click on a relationship, and this will allow you to calculate the relationship between Bessie and someone else in the tree just by filling out those forms. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that right now. There's a timeline, so if there are different events available, you see all those listed on Bessie's timeline there. You have the ability to download this information as a GEDCOM, so you could have that GEDCOM emailed to you. And then if we come back to Bessie's individual tab again, imagine that you're looking at this and you realize that there was a typo or some incorrect information, or for some reason you just wanted to contact the people who had contributed this tree. Go ahead and click on the Suggest tab, and you'll be able to type in your name and your email address, if you can spell it right. And then type in a message, I want to suggest correction, for example, and you can explain that out there and then just click Submit Suggestion. That will send that to the owners of that tree. A couple other things I'd like to point out. You have the ability to print the information you're looking at. Just click on the print screen. Add some bookmarks, things like that. You also have the ability to change the language. We have just a handful of languages available here, but if you speak Spanish or German or Icelandic or Norwegian or Afrikaans, you can choose a different language to use this project in. If we take a look at some of those search results we were just at, you'd notice, and as you browse around, you would notice that there's no information displayed about living people in the system. So to protect the living information, any record that has a birth year within the last 110 years and there's no death information for is treated as a living record. The living records won't show you any vital information. Or if a record doesn't have a birth year or a death year, both of those together are missing, then it'll be treated as living information. So it might look a little funny sometimes. You may come across an ancestor in one of these trees that has no birth or death information, although their position in the tree suggests clearly that they must be deceased. but they'll be treated as living because the information is not there. You also, again, will notice that on each person you have all the source information from where it's come. One of the primary goals of the project is to provide access to source information. And there's no need to register on the site. Just go ahead and come in and start using it. Use the search features and browse around. And if you have feedback you'd like to send us about the Community Trees project, send it to feedback@FamilySearchLabs.org. Thank you very much.